channel. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are a returning listener, thank you so much for coming back. Today we're just doing a quick pick a pile. I have a new deck. It is this lovely Angels of Atlantis deck, and it's been really nice to use so far, so I wanted to treat you guys to something new. We're just doing a very short check-in with these pick a piles just to kind of see what's coming on, and it wanted me to say coming online. And I wanted to mention that it specifically wanted me to bring in all the chakra colors, all very small crystals, and right before I kind of started even this intro recording for you guys, the song by Blink 182, All the Small Things, was playing in my head, and it was like I was laying these out and it's like all the small things. So there's that seems to be kind of the message that's coming through here. So that's just what I'm giving you guys right off the bat. We've got pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So just sit and resonate for a moment and see which pile resonates for you and make your choice. And all the timestamps are listed below, and I'll see you at the other videos. Thank you. Hello, pile 1. How are you doing? Just to go ahead and forewarn you, you might hear my dogs bark at some point because my husband will be returning home in the middle of this. So if you hear that, just try to ignore it. So if you chose this pile, let's get started. We've got just a few tarot cards for you guys to help explain what we are reading into, but we have our first card here, which is this Angels of Atlantis Oracle card. Ooh, nice. Shamiel. Serenity. I really love this whole Taj Mahal image. It just brought to mind, it was, oh, hang on, it's giving me stuff. First of all, this color is really lovely, by the way. I mean, just look at that beautiful amethyst purple, right? Like, ooh, so gorgeous. Let me just pull out my little booklet. I just want to read about the angel itself. But what this brought to mind immediately is when I was in school, I took many art history classes, and art history very much throughout the ages has involved religious art, right? That's where a lot of artwork came from, was religious art. And it was just running through my head, like everything I used to learn about Islamic and Hindu architecture and stuff like that. And it was just talking about how the Taj Mahal is designed, like the garden space, the water space, and everything is designed after the 7 gates of paradise. So here we go. Okay, Shamiel he has the title of the Divine Guide. So you're definitely receiving some guidance in this reading. And then for the Serenity card, it says, Shamiel brings you peace of mind, one of the great angelic gifts. It is from the state of serenity that you can always feel the abundance of the source providing for you, as it always will. Serenity means that we offer our challenges to God, for the divine will always bring us a resolution in the form of the miraculous. Allow yourself to develop visionary faith in the ideal of serenity instead of blindly following the ego paradigms that led you to challenge. Serenity is our natural state of mind when we yield to grace, and so chant Ra Ma Da Sa, Sa Se So Hung, to bring the elements of your being into the beauty of this serenity experience. Just like the exquisite energy of the Taj Mahal, our love for the serene in life will last forever. I just wanted to show you guys the chant so that you could see it if you were really interested in that. And that's what comes with all of these cards, are little chants, and I've been really digging it. So I do recommend that. Ooh, I just got a little lightheaded, a little spacey. So coming back really quick to your card, it was talking about how the garden spaces and everything is designed of like the 7 gates of paradise. And that's very much where a lot of the symmetry and organization of the Taj Mahal, its architecture, and its entrance garden space is based off of. It's bringing up like it's talking about like numerology, like sacred numerology, sacred geometry, very much, because that is the premise of a lot of Islamic architecture and decoration and everything too, is very much about the geometry. It's bringing up specifically like a hexagon, an octagon, things like that. Just beautiful beautiful, serene calmness. So this is very much talking about surrendering a lot of things up to God and allowing Source to provide you with the answers miraculously. And that very much definitely feels like this nice purple color, the crown chakra, might be going through some activations for you guys. I also do Reiki healing, and I recently had a client who was just like covered in purple fog. And I actually see this a lot for people, especially people who work on computers or work a lot and don't get an opportunity to shut their brains off. Kind of some people with like ADHD and stuff too. It's like there will be a lot of foggy, cloudy, purple energy in their aura field, and it needs to get cleared out. And so that might be another thing that's happening with you right now. There's the dogs. Is that specifically you have a lot on your mind. You have a lot of different little small things on your mind, or you feel very clouded and foggy in your crown chakra because you've got so much going on. So that is where Shamiel, the angel, is asking you to remember serenity, to calm that crown chakra energy down, to ground your energy, to allow the universe and your guides and your angels to bring all of that wisdom and answers to you, right? And that's what it was saying, is that the universe will show it to you like in miraculous ways. And so that's kind of where this is coming in. It also wants me to just threw this in here at the last second, was this was actually built as a tomb for I can't think of the title right now, but it's actually a tomb for the wife of the king, sultan, whatever, that built the Taj Mahal. Sorry if that's not coming to me right now. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. So let's see kind of what this tarot is saying, what's going on. I do want to say that there's a lot of energy moving right now for this reading. Like my hands are just a little trembly. Not like, it's just clear there's a lot of energy moving is what I'm just trying to say. It's like I can just tell. Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense. So you have the Nine of Wands. There's that bandage on your head. That's what I'm saying. And then the 9, that's it's a very busy card in that sense. Like visually, the Nine of Wands is always about kind of taking stock and reflecting on where you've been, the things that you've done, the wands that you've gained, and also some of the wounds and scars that you've picked up along the way. It's about reflecting on your journey overall. But specifically seeing this today with that bandage on your head, it's talking about, like, that's the thing, is you've just got so much going on in your crown. You've got so much going on in your mind space. It's mentioning that an overactive crown chakra leads to anxiety and paranoia and mental illness and like all of those things. So if you're especially feeling anxiety, paranoia, any kind of imbalance there in your mind space, that is an overactive crown chakra. And you might be receiving activations right now, so Spirit very much wants you to ground your energy. You cannot really do that if you're constantly reviewing everything, right? Everything from the past. That's a bit much. So that's where you need to just kind of stand still and relax and let some things go. Yeah, just, there's just a lot going on in the mind. What's up here? But this is why, okay, this is nice. So you, hang on. It wants me to go ahead and flip this. Pile 1. Okay. Why is all of that happening though? Because of this double queen energy coming through. What it's saying is that you are, yes, picking up a lot of energy. Okay, this Queen of Cups is taking on a different feel today. It's like, it's kind of like more like she belongs up here in a higher realm, and like these cards belong down here. That's kind of the vibe that it's given me. It's like your higher self here is receiving all of this crown information, like I was saying, and very much that intuition, that divine feminine energy, just like speaking through Spirit only. That's the Ark of the Covenant. She's very focused on it. Like she is very solidly grounded into her intuition and connecting with spirit. And that's where a lot of this crown chakra energy is coming in. It's like there's a lot going on in the 5D. There's a lot going on in these higher realms. There's a lot happening that you are sensing and picking up on, and you know that you have to, it just said, stay tapped in very directly to divine source, and kind of like put a wall up in a or just, that's the whole thing, is like kind of turn your back to things, kind of put your wall up, because in reality it feels a little more like this, right? Like there's a lot more of this energy going on. And I think it's funny that this is a man in this card, and then we have two beautiful queens here in this card, because, or in these cards, because what that says to me is that, right, like down here on the 3D, like your actual physical body and the things that you're actually going through, actually dealing with, is more of that masculine energy. Like you want to go do something, you want to go maybe start a project or wrap up a project, like you're trying to release and let go of some old energy because you want to move forward and actually do something new in the real world. You're trying to build and manifest something in a very nurturing, beautiful way. And it has been taking a lot of time. There's a lot of slow progress, but this is very solid. And seeing her back up this Queen of Cups and both echo her pose, just it's kind of like that reinforcement. That's what I mean. Is this literally feels like your higher version of yourself, and then what's really taking place here in the real world. And this is very good too. I mean, this Queen of Pentacles, like this is really good energy, really grounded energy, very present, very nurturing. It does literally have to do with like gardens and environment and just abundance and everything beautiful in the home space and your life. Also having your finances together in that way. Like that's what I mean. It's just like and it takes a lot to master that energy, is what it wants me to say. It takes a lot of effort to master that energy. And it wants to say because things move slower on the earth plane than they do in the higher realms. And so that's the thing. It's like you're picking up a lot in the higher realms. And it's kind of driving you a little crazy, I feel like you've just got a little bit of an energy fog around you. And that's where it's like, okay, this is where the angel guidance is coming in. Shamiel's like, we need to have a little more serenity. Do you see these queens? Do you see how serene they are and how they are seated and they are just listening and they are just taking care of their business? They're not running all around doing 10,000 things. Now this person, now he is standing still, but definitely like, you know, it's more active, standing pose, been busy doing things, and it's kind of a wounded energy. So that's what I mean. It's like we're not supposed to be in this energy, or you're not supposed to stay in this energy, rather. It's okay that you're in this energy. It's just that we're not supposed to stay in this energy. So it wants you to reflect on these queens, and it wants you to say how both in your mind space, in the higher realms, it's giving you confirmation of both things. It's like in the higher realms, you already are focused in doing these things, right? You already are this energy. However, it's saying that now then come down a notch into your actual mind space, which this is a Queen of Cups, so this is also emotion, but that's what I mean. This Queen of Cups is taking on a different feel today. She feels much more about the actual spiritual experiences, so more than like, you know, like a Queen of Hearts, Queen of Love type feel. This is more about that intuition and connection directly with spirit. She is the vessel, right? She is the Holy Grail. She's the Queen of Cups. So that's the whole thing. She's receiving the messages from spirit, and that's how you need to be in your mind space instead of this energy here. And by translating that energy into your mind space, you will automatically help establish this more solid, serene energy in real life. And it just said something like kind of like, and like really be the queen. It's not that you're not. And even if you are a gentleman watching this particular pile, then this is just talking about your You're very sweet, nurturing, emotional energies that are considered more feminine, right? Not so much your action and your thinking and your logic and your doing. This is more feeling, right? Building and growing things in a kind of motherly way. You want to nurture it. You want to grow it. You want to, it's like invest in it. It just pointed out this rabbit here in the corner. That's what I mean. It's like fertility. Like you have projects you want to give birth to. You have things that you want to accomplish and do. There's certain things you've been trying to work on for a long time within yourself as that feminine energy, and you're really ready to like see it come to reality. And that's what I'm getting out of this pile. So just kind of sliding these cards down one more time. I would definitely say for you guys, this amethyst, you can't go wrong with amethyst. And it keeps knocking this agate. This is just a little white agate. So it's bringing up these two crystals specifically for you guys. It's definitely wanting you to transmute any tension with some white light, and it wants you to protect with crown chakra, purple flame energy, violet flame energy. You can't go wrong with amethyst. It is the universal healer for all kinds of things: sleep, insomnia, just anxiety, even physical pains. Like whenever I have a headache, I put amethyst on my head. Ooh, okay. Thank you, Spirit. It wants me to mention that I've had a headache for like 2 weeks now. Like, and it's specifically on my right side, which is my masculine energy. So that just tells me that that's where a lot of the upgrades are actually happening, but they first happen within the feminine energy, because that's where we receive a lot of the downloads and intuition, and we grow our ideas, right? You build everything and you sense everything internally first before it comes out into that outward, more masculine energy. And the masculine energy is ready to do some things, and it's been shifting a lot. So I've had a lot of headaches on the right side of my body. And so that might be something that you're also noticing. And that's what I mean. It's telling you you're receiving a lot in the higher realms through your dream space, through meditations. You're receiving a lot of downloads and intuition and guidance. And it's enough that it can cause headaches and other ascension symptoms, and that's kind of why you need the white light too, to transmute some energies and help you get through the denser stuff so you can ground all of this. Okay? That's what I got for you, pile one. Just kind of short, sweet, and to the point as best as I could. Let me know how that resonates for you, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Hello, pile two. How are you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. We're just kind of keeping it short, sweet, and to the point today. Spirit wanted me to mention that I specifically burned Palo Santo wood before when I was cleaning the space. So for some of you guys, this might be something that you're interested in. It is known as holy wood. It is something that is becoming more endangered and extinct as we continue to use it. So I try to use this very sparingly, but I love, love, love the scent of Palo Santo. Oh my God. It's so good. So good. It just said it's so God. So there you go. It's so good. So God. I love it. But anyway, it wanted me to bring that up. So some of you might be a little interested in some herbs or just kind of some cleansing and grounding of your space. Also, it wants me to mention that these cards, so what I do when I pick piles is if Spirit tells me a number, then that's how many cards I'll pull, and I don't ever look at anything. And then sometimes for some piles, right, like cards just fly out of the deck and it tells me like these are the cards. So that's what yours did for this pile. Like these just went like in my hand, and I was like, oh, okay, those are the ones. So Spirit, I feel like definitely has a message for you. My hands are kind of trembly today. There's lots of energy moving, so definitely stay very grounded. It wants to say that these are all the chakras. Even this black and white kind of function as like your lower and higher chakras. So root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown, your earth star chakra, crown star chakra, I believe is the next one. And then there's like a bazillion more. So that's what it wants to bring up. Okay, let's see what your angel's card is. Yes, Gabriel, benediction. Look at that beautiful blue. Now I have seen, this is interesting to me, I've kind of seen symbols of hands with like either eyes or shapes in the middle of them. So I have been kind of looking at that. Let me pull up the message for this card though, because I need clarification. So Gabriel is the divine messenger. So that's what I was saying. Spirit has a message for you guys for sure. And it wants me to mention that there are certain ways that I recognize when angels are speaking to me, like when they're coming to me to give me messages. I have certain images that come to my mind that I associate with certain angels. And it doesn't want me to tell you specifically which images or signs give away that I'm connecting with Gabriel, because he wants me it wants me to say that, like, you have your own signs, right? And you'll figure things out for yourself kind of deal. But it's implying that Gabriel's very much been trying to contact you already. And there's been certain signs, but you have to connect the dots. And it doesn't want me to give away my own. It wants it to be like a secret. Kind of some playful energy here. I'm not gonna lie. So Gabriel's a divine messenger. Benediction. Gabriel wishes you to know that many blessings are sent to you from the angelic kingdoms. Simply yield to this. Don't resist. Just let go. The joy and love you will receive, as flow directly from the source, will surpass anything else you may experience. These feelings are the virtues that will always be received in the holy instant of benediction. The angel's service is to be a loving conduit for the divine, lifting away any challenge you may experience. Fear makes us unaware of the angels. Surrender the grip of fear, and your blessings will accrue. Say a prayer like Hail Mary, full of grace, as a song to the divine feminine, illuminating the nature of your connection with the holy ones. Ooh, I say that so often. I do. I say the Hail Mary a lot, and I use rose water with it. I very much connect to Mother Mary energy and Mary Magdalene energy. So that was really interesting. That was basically Gabriel telling you to get in touch with your feminine energies, which are all of your emotions and intuitions and feelings. It wants me to bring up how much this is all about the third eye, which is dreams and visions and meditations and your perception and everything, you know, just like straight intuition, straight internal messages. That's that divine feminine energy. Anything that happens within yourself in that very fluid kind of spiritual way, like that's divine feminine energy. And it just said, you have to let me in. Like the energy, that's what I mean. It's like the, hang on, it's trying to express it. I haven't even flipped your cards yet, Pouty. You have to let it in. In other words, like you will, okay. It's like you will be walking around about your day, and you've got a lot of things that you actually have to focus on during the day for real, consciously, right? And then there's those moments where it's like you get to stare off into space, or you just get a lull in your brain, or just go somewhere else, and you think of something really random, or this really random part of a movie pops in your head, or you just notice certain things that just kind of come up. Like you might choose to be like, that was weird, and like shut that out and not even think about it and pause and reflect on it. And that's where Gabriel's like, no, that's the feminine energy you've got to let in. Like when those things kind of bubble up to the surface intuitively in your mind and in your emotions, like that's the feminine energy speaking to you. That's what you have to let in. So it doesn't want you to continue shutting out emotions or intuitive thoughts or things that are bubbling up in the middle of you doing all these other things consciously. That's the feminine energy it wants to bring in, because that's where the messages are, right? Yes, because it's bringing you illumination. Like it just implied that for some of you guys, this is in fact bringing messages about a spirit baby, like an actual son. So it's just kind of got me pausing. It wants to sit and reflect on that for a minute. Ooh, my right ear started ringing. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. There's, you know, Gabriel, of course, angels are androgynous, but my right ear, that's always masculine energy. So anyway, sorry. It just mixed all my signals for me a little bit. That's what I mean. There's there's a lot of hesitation in this card. And it just corrected me. It said not in this card. There's a lot of hesitation in you to allow this energy in and receive this enlightenment and happiness. And this is like, because the sun represents all kinds of things. It represents happiness, represents definitely like awakenings and alignment and enlightenment and just joy and like, but it is also can very much, it's like when they present this child in the card, it's very much about your inner child, like that type of happiness, right? Like when you were a little kid and you were just like, had the best day ever, you know, like you were so full of joy. That's the kind of feeling it's trying to bring in here. But it did basically say that for some of you guys, this is illumination and messages from your future, your spirit baby, like your future children type deal. So for some of you guys, you're not letting, that is who's knocking at the door and saying, let me in. It's your future, it's your spirit babies. And yeah, for sure. We all know Gabriel gives the Annunciation, and then this card specifically is talking about Hail Mary. Yeah, okay. This is a spirit baby pile, for sure. Spirit babies, they like to float around and talk a bit, for sure. Yeah, and it's a cause for celebration, and that's why you need to let this energy in. That's why you need to let this energy in, because it is a cause for celebration. There is a lot of joy and happiness. Wow. Wow. This is a really beautiful pile, you guys. I just heard a little message come through, and it just said, I'm coming home. That is exactly what this Three of Cups energy can totally be about. There is a bit of an implication with the Three of Cups that like people have been separated on a journey or had to travel and do some things for a while, and that this little celebration right here is like the coming together of them meeting again, everyone coming back together safely, just celebrating, partying in the good kind of way, just general friendship and camaraderie. And so that's the other joyful feeling coming through this card. And that was the little message that was basically saying like, so that was your spirit baby right there, just being like, I'm coming home. So it wants me to say, for some people in this pile, that will mean something pretty immediate, and for some people that just means that you're getting in contact with them and you will be able to receive messages and receive their energy and connect with them. So that's one thing that's coming through there as well. It's such a cute, pretty pile. Okay. Did y'all just see my hand shake on that one? Like, it just kind of said something like, I want to shake your hand when I said that. Like, I want to shake your hand. Which there's the hand, right? Like, and that's what I mean. Like, there's little messages coming through here. It's like, I'm coming home. I want to shake your hand. Now, it said that right before I pulled this over. It wants to point out that this particular card right here is almost like a play. Nice, the word play. It just said, I want to play with you. I swear it did, you guys. Okay. This card's being kind of weird, though. That's what I'm saying. So it was just saying, like, I want to play with you, but it's pointing out that this is like a stage, right? Like, this whole card is like a play. I get the impression that it is, in fact, a boy, like a son. It just kind of gave me a few little scenes of, like, when boys play, like, it used to be like cowboys and Indians, right? Or like cops and robbers and things like that, and like playing little games of war. Like, that's kind of what this was all implying. is like you're playing hide and seek, like you're playing some of these games. This card does have a message of hope that usually gets attached to it. It can seem kind of sketchy, and that's what it's bringing up. It's like I think that's how you feel about some of this energy coming in. It's like when these things bubble up and appear in your aura, in your mind, in your emotions, it's like you push it away because you're like, I don't want to deal with that energy. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what this is. I don't know why this is here type deal. And that's where it's saying, number one, that your spirit babies are playing with you. Like they're having a fun time kind of messing with you. And then they're also saying, though, that also as like a future message, like, I can't wait to play with you type deal. And play these games and play pretend and dress up and write, like, play with little swords and play with little pop guns and stuff. And there is like a little band of people back here in the background. So it does imply, that's what I mean, like family, friendship. He is technically stealing things from this camp and sneaking away from them, but that's where this is a play. It's not really a negative card. It does talk a little bit about scheming, making designs, making plans. He's obviously making a plan to steal this away. So there is some of that energy in there, but it feels more like general mischief, kind of like it just gave me the Sour Patch Kid commercials, like how the Sour Patch Kid will like pull a prank on you and then come up to you and hug you and you're like, oh, like it's kind of that energy. That is so funny. That is so funny. This is not what I was expecting at all out of this pile. We got one more card. Look at it. Definitely some union energy. So this is like, this could represent a couple of different things for you guys in this pile. This could represent a future marriage. And literally, like, that's why the spirit baby is talking to you, because it's bringing this to your attention. It's also, though, just simply talking about the union of the spirit baby energy within you, getting to finally contact you and come together with you type deal, finally receiving that message, receiving that spiritual energy, receiving that celebratory energy. It's like this is the for message, and then this is like just the confirmation that yes, like this is the contact that's coming through. You will receive this contact. That's the type of union energy that is implied here. But babies also come from two people, right? So depending on what stage you're at in your life, this is what this card is pointing out. This is usually considered to be like a wedding banquet and things like that. So take that how that resonates for you guys. This is a really beautiful, cute little pile. So yeah, Gabriel's for sure letting you know this is the energy coming through. I personally do feel like this is a boy, like a little boy energy. Or it's at least a little masculine energy. It wants to point out that energy can go into any corporeal form, any body, but it is specifically a little masculine energy right now. So it could very much be like a little boy. And so that's the energy that I have coming through for you guys. So beautiful. I would say definitely connect with the, this is actually Sodalite, but I would say lapis lazuli for you guys for sure. Sodalite's really good. Any other blue crystals that you have, even some of this lighter color, that's the throat chakra too, so that there's communication and everything. Like this is turquoise or amazonite and things like that. I think you're definitely in the blue realm. Blue. And then all this yellow and gold here today is just for like the happiness and like joy and energy and that sun energy, right? So those are some two colors for you to focus on to help keep you on the right wavelength with your energy, so you can accept and feel all of this. But again, it wants you to start paying attention to the little blips and things that come up during the day, because that's your angels and that's your spirit babies and that's all your spirit guides talking to you. So don't suppress it. It said, let me in. Like, your spirit baby is funny. Whoever this is, whoever y'all are, right? That's hilarious. Okay. That's what I got for you guys. I hope that resonates for you. Let me know in the comments, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you. Hello, pile 3. You're the last pile today. So we're going to start with our new deck, which is this Angels of Atlantis card. It wants me to bring up that for this pile. Hang on. Whew. I just got a little lightheaded for you guys. Hang on. Give me a second. There's been some pretty strong energy in the room today. Not like heavy or anything, just there's been a lot. So it wants me to bring up, man, y'all's energy just shifted though. Got a lot calmer, kind of sleepy, kind of tired, but not like exhausted, just like wanting to chill. That's how y'all's energy is so far right now, pile 3. Sorry. It wants me to bring up that Atlantis might be an energy that you have been stumbling across lately. And it's implying that your spirit guides are saying, yes, there was like a past life in that Atlantean age in Atlantis that is coming through. There's energy coming, there's messages and things coming through for or from that past life, from that energy, from those spirit guides. And I've been seeing it a lot lately too, which is why I kind of got this deck. But then I've just noticed it popping up in movies and stuff, like, and I'm talking in random places, like it's on a sign in the background of a movie, but I see it'll just say Atlantis, and I'm like, So it's wanting me to bring up, like, there's little subliminal messages and things kind of coming through. I also live near Atlanta, and I've just been speculating kind of for the past year or two if like the reason why I live near Atlanta has anything to do with Atlantis and past lives. So I don't know, but that's something I've been personally working on. So you might have, it wants me to kind of move these now, you might be just picking up on that and sensing that. It just said like mermaid symbology might be something kind of coming through for you. Very much talking about like the ocean. Atlantis isn't necessarily like the ocean type deal, it just sank in the ocean is what we all are told to believe. So, but there might be a lot of ocean imagery for you guys too. Okay, let's check it out. Zafkiel romance. Interesting. This is a cute little pile. I haven't pulled this card before. However, I did pull a different card from him before, from Zafkiel, and it was a really nice message. So let's see. Okay. So Zafkiel is aware of the yearnings that currently exude from your heart and intuitively receives the strong desire in your emotional body for the joy of romance, whether this be in new love or in an existing relationship. The stirring is often related to the fact that an ideal of love has not been experienced for some time. Explore this notion, truly identifying what that could be. The angels are returning you to a higher vibration of love, so don't cling tightly to the idea of love from your past and be prepared to embark on a new way of loving. This is a time of wondrous change in your loving propensities. Trust that Zafkiel will work this out for your highest good. Chant He, H-E-E, chant He in your 8th chakra to stimulate the opening of your universal heart chakra. This will allow your force to envelop all aspects of your ideal love in service of the unified field of light, for we are all interconnected. So technically speaking, that would be this. Root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, crown. This would be 8. This would be your crown star chakra. So it's implying like the energy above you, right? Like when it's talking about your 8th chakra, trying to chant from a very high vibration of like universal energy that exists even above you. Kind of like your halo space it wants to bring up, kind of like your halo space, and it's showing me this ring right here. So if you could imagine a little halo floating over the top of your head, that's kind of more of where the energy, where it wants you to really focus from. And it's also pointing up this star right here, kind of with that white. So focus on that. And then of course I would definitely say the red and the orange and the yellow is coming through. Okay. The Magician. Yes, you are manifesting it for sure. So whoever chose this pile has definitely been working on manifesting romance or love in their life. There is the Magician here. So that is either straight up just a representation of the divine masculine, or it's specifically just talking about the fact that this is the manifester, can conjure things into existence for himself. He's got all the suits, the pentacles, the cups, the swords, the wands, and he's got a soul contract here. And interesting how his hand is like pointing down to this card right here now. This is just saying, like, it just said like it's all in the bag. Like there's a lot of energies that you've mastered, and you're very capable of bringing this energy into your life. Well, okay, it's coming back to his arms. It's like you can either go down that road or you can accept kind of this it wants to keep saying soul contract, or accept the soul contract from spirit. So there's a high path and there's a low path. So obviously this energy has already existed, and this is the energy you're trying to move out of. It's also implying for some of you guys that this can exist in some people's soul contracts, as in this can be part of the deal, right? Because you're supposed to learn things as you move along. So it's kind of giving you both an answer and guidance at the same time between these two cards. It's like, this happened in the past for a reason, because it was part of a soul contract that you have with higher spirit, with God. It's also saying that therefore you needed to learn lessons from it so that you don't just come back around to it, so that you can accept the higher path. So that's where part of that message came through for you guys. Yes. That's beautiful though, because why? What's in the higher? This beautiful energy. Like, it's implying that some of you guys are sort of new to tarot. And for those that are not new to tarot, I think this would be pretty obvious for you guys, right? Like, this is the Lover's card. And this is that angel, right? This is the angel coming in. Now, usually this is Gabriel, but I'm going to say definitely that this is where Zaphiel's coming in and being like, yes, this is where the higher love is. Constantly returning to this energy and refusing to learn the lessons that came from it are what send you back into it. So the key is to instead look for this higher, more divinely guided romance and love. And that's especially the message coming through for you guys. And you're very capable of manifesting this and bringing it into existence as long as you stay in those higher vibrational, universal love, universal heart source energies. And that's all that this represents, coming together of energies. Of course, two people, of just union within yourself, finding love within yourself. That's always what has to usually happen first before this energy can like go away. And it says like that's what it wants you to do first, right? Is like kind of like romance yourself, love yourself type deal, all of those things. Like be your own man for a while if you have to, or be your own woman, whatever, you know, whatever works for you. But in doing that, you are manifesting the very energy that you want to receive from the universe, which is this. And so it said, so stop hurting yourself. So thank you. That's a nice little message there, Spirit. It's like, stop hurting yourself. It wants to bring up, this is swords, so this is specifically about like in your mind, right? This is all of your thoughts, stabbing your own heart. So that's the energy it wants you to stop. It's like, stop hurting yourself. Stop going over old things. Stop going over old thoughts. Stop going over old feelings. That's not manifesting anything for you. If anything, it's just returning that manifestation back to you. If you want this energy, you've got to move out of this card. You've got to move away from this energy, and you've got to stop sabotaging yourself and hurting yourself type deal. That's the whole thing. You got to stop sabotaging and hurting yourself. It's bringing up, again, like some of you guys might be new to this pile, so it just wants to be very clear with you guys that This is literally your own practices of like when you get up and you start the same mental cycle over and over again of rehashing painful things in your life and putting yourself into this heartbreak space or this kind of feeling mentally exhausted and kind of tired. That's what I was saying at the beginning. It's like you're just kind of like, right? So this is this type of behaviors and habits and things that you have to discontinue doing, because that's putting you into this energy space, and that is just what keeps cycling around for you. You've got to master some lessons, especially that sword, especially that mind space, and just get into this overall glowing, more positive energy, more empowered energy, because when you do that, then you can say, well, I'm not going to sit here all day and do this, or I'm not going to think about that, or I'm not going to say this. Like, you're just not going to engage in those things that continue to put you in this energy. You're going to go make yourself happy and do other things, and these cards are clearly more happy energy. And by putting yourself in that energy, you attract more of that energy. The universe responds to frequencies. So if you're putting out the frequency of, I can manifest this, I'm a powerful manifester, I can do this myself, I love myself, I've got all the love in the world I need, I do all of this for myself on my own, like it's in the bag, then the universe is like, you're so right, let's match that frequency, here you go. Boom. And that's what it gives you. What I'm feeling for you guys is definitely these lower 3 chakras. Root, sacral, solar plexus. There's a lot of red and orange and yellow coming through here for you guys. And I think what it just wants you to do is really ground that energy. And what that would probably mean more for this reading is like treat yourself to a spa day, right? Massage your body, do yoga, do things that make you feel healthy, do some artwork and creative stuff, or connect with other people and friends that you love. That's more of that sacral chakra, relationships. The yellow is more of that solar plexus, so that's about confidence and things. So it's like going out, interacting with people, being outgoing, or just in general, like I was saying, getting out of this energy space and having much more positive feelings about yourself and about the world in general. Okay, so that's what I got for you, pile 3. Let me know how that resonates. I will check back with you guys later. I'll be back soon for the Pisces full moon for zodiac readings for everybody, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys later. Thank you.